the United States finds itself once again on the precipice of political upheaval. Donald Trump, the twice-impeached former president, has returned to the Oval Office. His victory, a squeaker decided by a handful of electoral votes, has done little to heal the divisions plaguing the nation. In fact, his recent cabinet nominations have only served to inflame tensions, igniting a firestorm of controversy even before his inauguration. Trump, never one for subtlety, seems to be relishing the turmoil. His choices for key positions, a motley crew of loyalists and firebrands, have sent shockwaves through Washington. From seasoned politicians with checkered pasts to media personalities with little government experience, Trump's picks represent a stark departure from tradition. The message is clear: Trump is back, and he's not interested in playing by the rules. He is here to shake things up, to reward his allies, and to settle scores. The question is, will America survive another 4 years of Trumpism? Perhaps the most controversial pick is that of Matt Gaetz, the Florida congressman forced to resign under a cloud of scandal as Attorney General of the United States. Gaetz, a staunch Trump ally known for his inflammatory rhetoric and unwavering loyalty, is a deeply polarizing figure. His nomination has been met with disbelief and outrage from Democrats and even some Republicans. Critics point to Gaetz's history of incendiary comments, often bordering on the seditious, as evidence of his unfitness for such a high office. Gaetz, for his part, has remained defiant. He has dismissed the allegations against him as politically motivated attacks and vowed to use his position to root out corruption and restore law and order. His nomination, however, is more than just a personal victory for Gaetz. It is a testament to Trump's enduring influence and his willingness to reward loyalty above all else. Adding fuel to the fire is the nomination of Tulsi Gabbard, the former Democratic Congresswoman from Hawaii, as Director of National Intelligence. Gabbard, once a rising star in the Democratic Party, has become an increasingly isolated figure in recent years, known for her heterodox views and willingness to buck the party line. Her nomination has been met with a mixture of confusion and concern. While Gabbard has some experience in foreign policy, her skepticism of the intelligence community and her past praise for authoritarian leaders like Bashar al-Assad and Vladimir Putin have raised serious questions about her suitability for the role. Some speculate that Trump sees in Gabbard a kindred spirit, someone who shares his distrust of the so-called deep state. Others believe her nomination is simply another example of Trump's penchant for picking provocateurs, individuals who will sow chaos and disrupt the status quo. Section 4, Hegseth at the helm, a media personality navigating the Pentagon. The nomination of Pete Hegseth, a conservative television personality and Fox News commentator, as Secretary of Defense has further heightened anxieties. Hegseth, a former Army National Guard officer with limited combat experience, lacks the traditional credentials for such a demanding position. His nomination has been met with skepticism from military experts and former defense officials who question his qualifications and ability to lead the world's most powerful military. Hegseth's close ties to Trump and his history of making inflammatory and often inaccurate statements on air have also raised concerns about his judgment and temperament. Despite the controversy, Hegseth remains a popular figure among Trump's base, who see him as a strong and decisive leader. His nomination is a reminder of the growing influence of media personalities in American politics and the blurring lines between entertainment and governance. Section 5. Cheers and jeers. A divided nation reacts. As news of Trump's cabinet picks spread, reactions across the country were swift and predictable. Trump's loyal base, energized by his return to power, cheered the nominations, seeing them as a sign that he was ready to fight back against the deep state and the radical left. On the other side of the aisle, Democrats and left-leaning Americans were horrified. Many saw the nominations as a dangerous escalation of Trump's authoritarian tendencies, a clear sign that he was intent on consolidating power and dismantling democratic norms. Social media exploded with a mixture of outrage, disbelief, and dark humor. The hashtag #TrumpCabinet trended nationwide, with users sharing satirical memes and scathing commentary. The nation, it seemed, was once again teetering on the brink.